And we're talking about getting unstuck and going for your stuff. And we have used as an impetus, as something to inspire us, is Zach, the young man that's been selected by OWN Network to feature his show. And he has cerebral palsy, and he's a very funny guy. He does not lead with his handicap. He leads with his passion and his personality. I want to talk to Tony right now. Tony, thank you so much for calling. Now, you dreamt of going into law enforcement, and now you're working in retail.
Yeah, that's correct. And, I just want to say thank you for taking my call. I really appreciate it, and I enjoy your show.
Thank you so much. Tony, now, are you still going to become involved in law enforcement?
That's my dream. Mainly, I would say, growing up in a bad neighborhood and kind of getting involved in things you shouldn't be involved in, I feel it's kind of like holding me back subconsciously, I know that they do a polygraph test and kind of, see how you were brought up and what kind of things, may be wrong with you.
Well, that's not a big chip. Let me ask you this. Do you have any tickets?
No, I don't have anything on my record whatsoever.
So you don't have you don't have any traffic tickets, and you don't have any criminal background whatsoever?
No, sir. I took all that off, going to traffic school and all that good stuff.
Okay, then you got a good shot. Okay, so when are you going to get started in creating an action plan? What's the first step you need to do in order to do that?
Well, the other thing, too, is I think education is also important, I've asked a few chief of police, and they say, if you come in as an officer, you're not going to make as much money unless you have an education. Okay, now, you don't have to have a college education in order to be a police officer, am I correct? Yes, that's correct.
Okay, so you can still start out, and you can go to school on a part-time basis.
Right, and that's something that I've thought about. I'm 25. I never went to college right out of high school, and, I've kind of been wanting to get started in my dream, but at the same time, it's like I hold myself back with my subconscious. Okay, good. Now, why are you holding back? Because you're 25 now. You don't want to wait any longer. It's time. It's no accident you're listening to me. So what will it take? Who is it you have to be to make the decision to get started now? What's the first step you need to take right now, Tony, to make that happen? I would say probably start exercising a little bit more and get my body and mind into better shape, and maybe enroll into a college or something to try to get the law enforcement degree. Okay, but you can also apply for a police department right now. You can apply for a position and see what happens. Yeah, that's true. You never know, Yeah, well, I'm saying, okay, but hold on a minute. Don't run from me. Here's what I'm suggesting to you. Where do you live? Actually, I live in the city of Pomona. Okay, good. Go in and fill out an application. And just get the ball rolling. Right huh? They're actually hiring for officers right now. Good. Go in and put in an application, fill out an application, and roll the dice. You can't win if you don't play. And I'm saying, get into the game. You sound like a good person. You express yourself well. If you go in and be straight up and tell them what your intentions are of upgrading your education and what your vision is, and this is something you've always wanted to do, you've got a good shot as anybody else. So go in and start that tomorrow. Go in tomorrow and get your application and fill it out. Call me and let me know you did that. Would you do that, please? Hey, Tony, make that happen. Okay, we lost the signal because he's on a cell phone. Tony, you can hear me. I want you to go in, fill out the application, get this ball rolling now. Don't delay any longer. Fill it out. Call me and give me a good report tomorrow. We're talking about pursuing your dream. Stop the procrastinating, just deciding to act, confront your fears, and let go of the excuses. Hello, Connie. Thank you so much, Connie, from Long Beach. Now, what is your dream, Connie?
I've always aspired to sing.
That's what you've always wanted to do?
Yes.
What do you do now, Connie?
I work at a hospital doing administration.
Are you involved in church?
I'm sorry?
Are you involved in church?
No.
Okay, we're going to ask you, do you sing in your church? Do you sing at all? Are you singing anywhere now?
No, not actively. But I do. I have some people that will call me to sing at weddings and funerals and things like that. But I wish I could do something a little more, just more. But you got to use those vocal cords. If you don't use those vocal skills that you have, if you don't use it, you lose it. So you've got to start singing. They say a career is something that you love so much that you do it for nothing. And you do it so well that people will pay you to do it. So you need to get started. So what will it take for you to make the commitment? Because you want to sing. Most people don't even know what they want to do. You said, I want to sing. Now, what will it take for you to make the commitment to start getting involved in using your voice? I'm just afraid of the time and commitment it takes. I have 3 children, and I'm married, and I also work part-time, and I'm afraid that it'll take too much time away from my family.
Well, you haven't even tested that yet. First of all, have you had a conversation with your husband and said, singing is something that I want, and rather than living a life of regret, I want to know, number one, would you support me in this? How do you feel about this, and can we work this out as a family so that I can taste the effort of putting my voice out there? I want to know, can you help me in this? What do you think your husband will say?
He's very supportive. He's very supportive. He's not the problem. I'm more the problem because I'm just afraid.
Okay, good. And what are you afraid of?
I'm afraid of the time being taken away from my family.
Okay, no, we're not going to do that. Okay, we take that off the table. What we're saying is you will manage your time so that you will factor in how many hours a week that you will spend pursuing, developing your skills as a singer and networking and developing your career, and you will make sure that your time with your family, your husband and your children get the dominant time, okay?
Right,
so that you can also pursue and develop that other part of yourself. You have to have a program that's organized that say, this is my singing time and this is my family time.
Right.
Okay, are you willing to commit yourself to do that, to organize yourself around using this voice that God has placed in you, that there will never be another Connie? There's some songs that you're supposed to sing that nobody will be able to bring it like you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So are you willing to organize yourself? Stop putting it off, because you're not going to be young forever. Trust me on that.
I know. I just wish I wasn't so afraid. And then it sounds silly, but I'm just also afraid of if too much success, because I have a problem with.
You're too much success. You're just, you're just tripping yourself out. Give me a break. You're just going to be such a success. It's just too much success. You're a drama queen. Give me a break. Come on, Connie. Don't worry about being too successful. There's some real players out there right now that give you a run for your money. All right. There's enough for everybody. So what we will do is, I want to hear from you doing something, deciding to sing at some wedding or some event, and record it so we can hear it, so we can play it on the air and see what happens with that.
Okay, I like that.
You like that? And
yes.
You start out a little small, okay?
Okay.
Okay, by the yard it's hard, but inch by inch, anything is a cinch. Okay?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Thank you. Bye now.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Just too much success. First, I'll be too much time away from my children and my husband. And when I become successful, it's just going to be too much. Everybody's going to be blowing my phone up. Oh, come on. It's amazing the things that we say to ourselves to keep from doing what we're supposed to do. It's been said that life is God's gift to us, and how we live our lives is our gift to God. Connie, that your voice is a gift. There's somebody listening to me. Your writing is your gift. Your art is your gift. Your ideas, your leadership, your voice is your gift. We need that. That's why you're here. You were chosen 1 out of 400 million sperm to bring that here. Okay, all right. I want to hear from you. What goal and dream that's got you stuck? I'm going to go up in your face now. So call. If don't be scared. Call me. Call me at 888-539-2980. You stuck? You call 888-539-2980. I want to hear from you. And I hear about Zach got his own show, and he has cerebral palsy, and he decided that's not going to stop me. I'm going to put my stuff out there. I didn't have the courage to do that. I feel better now. I got my own little show here on CBS. I want to hear from you. Have you counted yourself out? This is the time for you. 888-539-2980. 888-539-2980. You're listening to KFWB News Talk 980.